It's a tough time to be a teacher. Across the country, classrooms are emptying out as more and more educators are leaving the profession. So why are teachers leaving the classroom? Long hours and heavy workloads are a common complaint among teachers. Teachers are constantly being asked to do more with less. There's never enough time or resources to do their jobs properly. Many teachers feel unsupported and undervalued by the school system and society as a whole. They need more funding, more respect, and more autonomy in the classroom. As more and more teachers leave the profession, students and communities are suffering the consequences. It's time to take action to support our teachers and ensure that our education system is a priority. We need to invest in our teachers and give them the resources and support they need to succeed.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. My name is AdoraI, and I am your host. Alright, if this is your first time here, I want to say big welcome. I'm super excited that you're here and blink confettis in the atmosphere for you. And what will I need you to do now? If you have not subscribed yet, I need you to click on the subscribe button right now and ensure that you also click on the bell button. Alright, so do that right now. Don't wait for anyone to tell you again. And if you have just come across our videos, maybe someone shared it to you and you're like, yay, this is what I've been looking for, I say welcome. All right, and if you're a returning subscriber, I say welcome. I love you. Thank you so much for always coming back. All right, so what are we going to do right now? Let's dive in. All right, so today I want to talk about the reason why I am not going back into the classroom, okay? Or why I think I am not going back into the classroom. So many teachers have been leaving the profession. Many teachers are finding it hard to stay because of many reasons, actually. And the truth is, if you're one of those teachers who are like, you know what, I'm done, I don't think I want to be here, then I can't blame you, actually, because there are a lot of reasons why teachers are leaving. Like, I've read, based on a survey carried out by an organization, that 55% of the teachers that they sent out the survey to said they are thinking about leaving, and that's just in 1 year. And then we have, the UN or UNESCO coming to tell us that we need about 69 million teachers as at 2030. If you've not watched that video, it's, I'm going to link it up there. You can watch the video. But a lot of teachers are leaving. There's like a crisis of some sort. There's a teacher shortage everywhere. Even where I am right now, there's a teacher shortage. There are many schools that are looking out for teachers. Even if you're just going to be a supply teacher, they don't mind. I know the number of times many teachers in their schools or head teachers or principals will look at me and say, are you looking for a job? Do you want to teach? Like, we are open, especially elementary schools. They'll tell you, like, we're open, we want teachers. And I'm like, I am not going back into the classroom here for various reasons. And we're going to dive into that right about now. First reasons first. The environment is so different. The environment is very different. And I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll be able to cope in the classrooms here. Like, I've met students, I've met teachers, I've seen how some teachers are just very, I don't know the right word to use, but they're usually always like, do what you want to do, right? Just, no form of discipline, not anything. Like, and I've met some teachers that overdo. Like, anytime a child wants to talk, shh, don't say anything. You have visitors and all of those things. So I'm just at that place where, like, I don't know if I want to be in that kind of environment sometimes. And also some children as well. So in Nigeria, being a teacher, I could scold a child, right? And the child would understand that I did something wrong and I'm scolding. And you could just tell a child, go to the corner, go and stand there, or you're going to maybe, just let them face the consequences of their actions. And coming here and I see that it's different. Some of these children don't even know what it means for a teacher to scold them or tell them that they're wrong and all of those things. Like, the moral levels are very different. And so I don't know if I'm going to want to go into a place where I have to start teaching students all over again on certain things, discipline, and, because I just have a feeling that I'm going to have probably confrontations from maybe other teachers and even the principals, because their own way of life is very different. Their own style of teaching is quite different, and I don't know if I'm ready to start all over. It already feels stressful. Even though teaching is already stressful, but having that feels extra stressful. But that's that about me. That's that about me. I feel like that's like my number one reason why I want to go back in the classroom. But why other teachers won't go back to the classroom, including, maybe, let me say myself again, would be the pay. On getting here, I came into a time where, it was still the COVID period and all of those things. And then after the COVID period, teachers are like, it's stressful, things have changed, we need better pay. And so they protested. So I met a protest when I got here. Like, government workers were protesting and teachers were part of them. And so I want to believe that teachers are not well paid here. And so that's the reason why I want to go into the classroom. I mean, I'm just coming from Nigeria. I was a teacher there. The pay wasn't amazing. So will I now come here with all my qualifications now and then still be struggling with pay? I don't think I want to do that. Honestly, I don't have that energy. I don't want to. I don't have the energy. So yes, pay is majorly one reason why some teachers are leaving, because they do a lot. Remember, I always say some teachers are expected to do so much with so little, and so they're always fighting for pay, funding, and all of that. Like, I don't think I'm there. Right now. So yeah. All right. So another reason why I would say teachers are leaving and probably I won't want to go would be the high workload and stress. Teachers are stressed out. Remember, I just said they expect us to do so much with so little, and so our work as teachers is already stressful. We already do a lot because we are dealing with. It's like doing. Let's say you do 50 things for one child. Imagine doing 50 things for 20 children in your classroom. That's 1,000 things that you have to do. So it's not easy trying to manage all of that and then having a balanced home and then trying to do other things with your life. It's really not easy. So some teachers are even moving to other countries where they know they value their teachers from here. Yes, some teachers are moving out. I remember the opportunity that came to Nigeria where they said they are looking for teachers in the UK. I know some teachers that applied and some are leaving already. So yes, nobody wants to be at the end of the rope and then still be pushed again. Nobody wants to fall. So everyone is leaving. And then another reason will be support. Remember, this is our month where we'll talk about teacher support. So that lack of support as well, mentoring, coaching, professional development that caters to their needs, proper feedback, all of those things matter. Another one will be teacher acknowledgement as well. Not acknowledging the work that teachers do is a problem. So here we have children who do not have a zip on their lips. They don't have filters. You see students beating up teachers. You see students talking back at teachers. Students, always on their phones, which is a topic for another day that we'll have to talk about. I don't understand this whole idea of students bringing their phones to school and then being able to use it in class. I've even learned in some schools, like they can bring it to school, but as a teacher, you can tell them when they can use their phones, and then some teachers don't. So it's a problem for me. But then stuff like that happens and you see students, misbehaving and all of those things. Well, I'm not interested. in that life right now. Yeah, and that's why some teachers are leaving. So unfortunately, um, yeah, we see things like that. So some other reasons will be this lack of autonomy. So not involving teachers in decision making. For example, when they're creating curricula, and then we see teachers not being involved, and then teachers have to use the curriculum for their school, for their subject, and they can't relate because they were not involved. No teachers were not involved in the decision making process. Some teachers are complaining that they are teaching stuff that is very irrelevant right now, and they feel like it can be upgraded and all of these things. So lack of autonomy, and also encouraging teachers to use their own effective teaching styles. There are some schools that have what they want teachers to do, and so they don't even let teachers take authority of their own classroom. And finally, we'll look at negative public perception, where teachers are not seen as other professions, or the teaching profession, pardon me, is not seen as other professions. For example, being a medical doctor, a nurse, being an engineer, a lawyer, and all of those things, they are not. It's being a teacher is not seen as one of those professions. So some parents will come to school, and that's why they can talk anyhow to a teacher. That's why they can say, "Oh, why would you take my child's phone?" And I feel like as well that would be a reason why I don't want to teach here, because some parents just have the guts. Their guts is amazing. They will just come and be saying, why would you, don't you know, talking down on a teacher in the presence of students. I can't have that. I can't handle that. If you come my way, I will school you in the presence of students too, so don't try it. So we have some parents who have no regard for teachers, which is very, very upsetting and annoying, truth be told. Because if that was a doctor, if your child was in the hand of a doctor, there's a way you will respect the doctor, because trust me, your child's destiny and future literally is dependent on that teacher, because whatever the teacher decides to teach that child, that's what the child takes for life. So you be careful with how you treat teachers. They are human beings first. Teachers' lives matter. Teachers' lives matter. Yes. So we have to be careful. Parents, especially, how do you speak to your child's teacher in the presence of your child? What does your child tell you, and how do you respond to your child when they're talking about their teachers? You have to be very careful about that. Okay? All right. So that will be all today. I just came to tell you why I may not be going into the classroom, and why some other teachers have said they may not be going back into the classroom, or why they are going to leave the profession. Truth be told, I want more teachers in the classroom. The work that I do requires that more teachers go into the classroom. The work that I do helps teachers go back into the classroom. So, as much as I want teachers in the classroom, I also do not want teachers to suffer in silence. So if you know that maybe it's affecting your mental health, then please, by all means, you can excuse yourself for a period. And if you see that, man, I don't think this is working for me, all well and good. You can leave and then find something impactful and meaningful as well to yourself. I'll also be talking later on how we can rejuvenate our passion for this teaching, because that's another topic for another day, not today. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. If you're yet to subscribe, why not do that right now? Click on the subscribe button. Do not forget to comment, to share, to like. Do not forget to tell people about the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. Trying to hit 300 followers or subscribers in the month of April. It's my birth month, and I want this to happen. Okay, so have a great week. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye bye.